been only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're underway at Hard Rock. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Tua taken right to the air. He's taking a shot on his first play. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down.
Go ahead. Get on.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To the air yet again. Tagovailoa has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down.
Yeah, ready.
Here's Tua again. Buys time, rolling right. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Mahomes. They'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And he'll get it up to the 44. Offense in the hurry up here. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. Here we go, 2nd and 9. This one finds Kelsey. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Devon Holland there to make the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Catch is made down the right sideline. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Reed now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Yeah. All right, come on. Set.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Get set.
Man in motion, headed right. Wideout's getting involved in the ground game. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he was just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Turbo 1, hard. Ready, set.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Defense coming off that incompletion. Needs one more stop here on 4th. Tua out of the pistol. He finds him beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's a 26-yard gain on 4th down, Brock, and the huge play extends this drive. That big 4th down call is how we close out our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Defense showing blitz. Tagovailoa completes this one to Hill. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Here's Achane running right. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Now Tagovailoa to throw. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jalen Watson.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
15. Hey, 57, 57.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. And it's the Chiefs with 1st and 10. Now a give left side to Pacheco. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Offense up to the line fast.
Hey, 43, 15.
From the 25 on 2nd down. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
We're good.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Easy.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. First and 10, it's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Blitz coming, Mahomes. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs will add to their lead at the end of the half. DeAndre Hopkins, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Reed now to kick this one away. Eskridge to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it.
44. Ready.
On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side, brought in inside the 20. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
They're right here.
Throwing again. Here's Tua. On target to Waddle. And he's tackled for a short gain. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
All right. Out.
One final shot before halftime. Chased out to his right. And that's a touchdown. What a play to bring that one in one-handed. The Dolphins cut into the lead on the last play of the half. Great stuff there by the receiver. Wow, that was not an easy one. Only able to get one hand on it, Brock, but he got it done.
Yeah, he is showing off and showing out. These receivers in this day and age, they work on these things, and they make the extraordinary so often look ordinary, but what an unbelievable effort.
Jason Sanders to try the extra point. And the kick is good, so they take some valuable points off that lead right at the end of this half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. Nicole Hardman now on the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors. Return.
Gives it Pacheco to start the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Hey, 15.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running with it. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
15.
It's Pacheco on 3rd. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. They'll run it with Pacheco. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Number 2.
Second half begins with a run by Achane. And they had that one contained right at the line. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Trying to find Jalen Waddle, and they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Get set. Ready, set.
Tagovailoa back to the air after the pick. Taking a deep shot here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And he crosses his sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Chiefs get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
43, 43, 15. Come back. Come back. 15, 15. Look at it.
First down throw, Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. The big play nets him 17 yards.